What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So today we are going to be talking about, I think, the final buff, I believe, for the mini update that happened last week around Thursday or Friday. So I already talked about the Switchblade. I already talked about the KSP. Of course, you guys could search my channel on the recent videos. That's pretty much what I've uploaded so far. Previously, I did do the M4, and now I'm finally focusing on probably one of the biggest changes, which is the HVK 30. What the fuck's wrong with me? So I believe the HVK was changed in this season update. I'm not talking about the mini, but I'm talking about the, the core season 7 update. And it was kind of interesting because it was a nerf that wasn't actually needed. So, well, at the time, because I didn't know what their full plan was for the HVK. So, as you guys remember, the large caliber's fire rate did get decreased, and it also got I believe, a range decrease as well. And it was kind of like mysterious because no one was complaining about this. Usually I never see anyone with a HVK 30, so it was kind of interesting to me as to why they would make such a change like this. I mean, you could argue that they were trying to make the basic rounds a little bit more reliable, which they kind of did make it a little better, but it still really wasn't enough. I mean, the large caliber rounds is basically what makes the HVK 30 a good assault rifle. So reducing the range and adding all these different penalties for no reason at all, because let's be honest, no one really asked for it, it felt unnecessary at the time until you realize that I don't know, maybe they're working on the weapon like very late into the update. They didn't have time to, finish it up, and they had to just release the update. I don't know, maybe that was their plan. They were going to make it a little bit stronger, but yeah, I mean, maybe shit happens because, I mean, this was probably something that was planned way ahead. It's like if they would have nerfed the M16 out of nowhere for no reason and no one even asked for it. That's kind of what happened with the HVK. But I will admit they did rebound pretty well with this mini update because it's... I think the HVK is as strong as it will ever be, or it's stronger than it has ever been in the history of this game. Keep in mind, there was a meta back then at the tail end of year 1 before we got the whole refresh. There was I think an Akimbo Fennec as well as an HVK large caliber meta. And that was right when large caliber first came out. This was before they started releasing signature attachments for weapons and just locking them behind a draw. So you were able to unlock this thing pretty quickly, and it was the meta for quite a bit. And I remember one time, I think it was broken to the point where I think one headshot was like 90 damage or something. I'm sure you guys remember that moment. It was really overpowered for no reason for just a short time before it got changed. But for a very long time, it's become kind of obsolete with all the new weapons coming out and with all the balance changes as well for all the already existing ones. So it never really got changed, and I've been asking for a buff on this thing for a long time because, the large caliber isn't really going to help you much. Yes, it's very powerful, but you only had 24 bullets. But that's what the update changed. It wasn't just range, but it was also ammo capacity in general. So it does say in the bottom of the balance adjustments that the base mag capacity rounds have been increased to 35 rounds. So that's just the base ammo without any sort of attachments. The large caliber ammo capacity also got updated from 24 to 29 rounds. So basically, overall, this mag capacity update affected everything. It didn't just affect the basic ammo, or it didn't leave anything out. Also, like I said, they did revert the damage, or I guess the range reduction with the large caliber ammo. So before it was from 0 to 8.4 meters before it dropped in damage. Now it actually got improved to 0 to 14 meters. And then got updated again from 14 to 23 meters, 23 to 35 meters, and 35 meters plus. So basically, the range is far better than it was before, and there's no more range penalties for the large caliber. So the range change was absolutely fantastic because that was one of my biggest complaints with large caliber. It's in some instances, you would still have a 5-shot kill, and keep in mind, it's only 24 bullets. It's not really that powerful at the time. But now they basically made it so that anywhere around the stomach or the lower arms or even above, all the way up to 35 meters, it's going to be a 4-shot kill completely. So there's no getting a 5-shot unless you're hitting the legs. Of course, this doesn't just apply to large caliber, it also applies to the base ammo. So they more or less have the same range values than before. The cool thing is that, you know, it does have a much better 4-shot kill potential. I did test it out a while back at the beginning of the update just to see how it performs now, and it does all right. 23 meters is, you know, pretty good enough for a weapon of like a higher fire rate. Of course, you're not going to have that huge headshot benefit because obviously you don't have large caliber, but it does get the job done anyways, just in case you guys haven't unlocked it yet. So in basic terms, they've powered this weapon up enough for it to compete with everything else. And it's kind of crazy looking back now because, you know, I've always asked for an ammo capacity change for the large caliber to be at least up to 25, but the fact that they made it up to 29 is kind of crazy. I mean, that would have been too much about maybe like half a year ago. But knowing that the weapons have gotten so much stronger and this one was kind of like left behind, or I guess like the balance was kind of outdated for this gun, it did need a change. And I think this works just fine. I think it's very like appropriate. It's not going to be too broken. Keep in mind, like in TDM, you're going to dominate pretty well with this gun because obviously the score limit's up to 40. But obviously, when it comes to, I guess, hardpoint and, you know, objective game modes, it's going to be a little bit harder because of, like, especially in shipment when there's like multiple people coming at you at once, you're not going to really have time to reload. Of course, if it's in a bigger map like Slums or, you know, let's say Crossfire, it's a little better, but not enough. You know, it's not as great as like the M13 or something that has a larger amount of ammo capacity. Also, I forgot to mention, because I know Search and Destroy is also a thing, I'm pretty sure it would excel pretty well in that game mode as well. So now moving on to the class up that I have for you guys, it's Monolithic Suppressor, OWC Laser Tactical, Large Caliber Ammo, and Rubberized Grip Tape. Of course, full ammo is interchangeable for all of you guys that run Vulture or any other green perk. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mobile content. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.